Hi guys, it's Mango and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about everything you need to know about Johnny Depp's upcoming movie, Ebenezer, which comes out in theatres this November. Now, I'm so looking forward to this movie because not only is it Johnny Depp's comeback to Hollywood, but it's also one of my favourite books by Charles Dickens, The Christmas Carol. Now, I'm going to get into everything you need to know from the cast, about the movie, behind the scenes, the set images, and a lot of exclusives that we've managed to collect so far. So let's get started. Johnny Depp has been cast in his first Hollywood movie since his Amber Heard trial, and it is Ebenezer, which is one of the classics for Christmas. And for me, my favourite book of all. Now, for decades, a lot of filmmakers have been making movies based on the book A Christmas Carol. And one of my favourites is Scrooge, starring Albert Finney. Now, for me, this is one of the best movies ever made. It was up for many Academy Awards, and it is by far one of the best cinematic experiences you'll ever have, especially if you're a huge Christmas movie fan. This is your go-to. Now, it is a musical, which I actually don't like musicals, but the music in this movie is exceptional, and that is one of the reasons why it is one of my favorite movies. So I genuinely suggest you watch it. And from what I've read, this movie and the other Christmas carols are going to be very different to Johnny Depp's Ebenezer. For starters, it's who's making the movie, which is the director, Ty West, who is known for his very dark, gothic-styled movies, which could also reminisce a bit with Tim Burton, but again, it's a very different style of gothic. Christmas Carol is based in Victorian London when there was a lot of poverty and a lot of hunger, and it follows the businessman Ebenezer Scrooge as he is forced to confront the different versions of himself because three different ghosts, the ghosts of past, present, and future, pay him a visit because he was a very sad and morbid and mean man. Now, the person that does come to him is Jacob Marley, who in this movie is going to be played by Ian McKellen. And in a recent red carpet interview, he said that he fell in love with Johnny Depp while making the movie.
I can tell him he's in spankingly good form. Effervescent, funny, irreverent, serious, all at the same time. And it was a bit of a love fest, really. I fell in love with him, really. But he's very obliging to his fellow actors. Wonderful feeling on the set, when, of course, he's always the centre of it all. So that was a treat, yes. Only 6 days, but well worth it.
What lovely words Ian McKellen had to say about Johnny Depp, and many of his co-stars have said a lot of beautiful words about working with Johnny Depp throughout the years. I even made a video about it, which is on my channel, where the majority of his co-stars have very lovely words to say about working with Johnny and his excellence. So if you guys want to watch it, check out the link below in the description. Now, picking up from the story, Ian McKellen plays Jacob Marley, who is the business partner of Ebenezer Scrooge, and he goes to Ebenezer as a ghost to try and convince him to be a better person, as Jacob Marley is paying the price for his sins while he was alive, and he doesn't want his friend Ebenezer to also experience what he's going through after he passes. So that is when the three ghosts come into play, and they show him his past, his present, and his future. Now, we did get a few photos from the set, and honestly, I do get the gothic vibe that people have been talking about. We can see the ghost of Christmas past, which does look very gothic, and the outfit of Ebenezer Scrooge on set does give the vibe of how it is described in the book, but also a touch of Ty West and his love for dark and gothic movies. So based on what we know so far in the movie and from what we saw from the trailer, we see Rupert Grint playing Bob Cratchit, who is Scrooge's trusted employee, and he had a very significant part in this movie. Also, we see Daisy Ridley, who plays Fred's wife. Fred is Ebenezer's nephew, who is a very cheerful young man, and also invites him over for Christmas dinner, and obviously gets humbugged by Ebenezer and gets kicked out from his office. Ebenezer's nephew is going to be played by Sam Claflin, who also played with Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean 4. So that will be lovely to see that reunion on screen. The trailer for me doesn't really give the gothic vibe that the set photos gave. I'm excited to see this version of the movie, and as everyone knows, Johnny Depp does love putting his own touch to his characters and the movie. So I want to see how he's going to cover the iconic role of Ebenezer Scrooge. Now, Johnny has taken this promotion for this movie very seriously. As we can see here, he already went to Comic-Con dressed as Ebenezer and surprised hundreds of fans, where he went fully as the character and spoke to the fans as the character of Ebenezer Scrooge, and the fans went crazy. He also saw some of his other characters, fans dressed up as Edward Scissorhands, Cpatain Jack Sparrow, and a lot of other characters, and it seemed that he really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what he's going to do with this character in this movie. Also, fresh news, which has been making headlines, is Jerry Bruckheimer, who was honored at the Disney 23 for creating Pirates of the Caribbean, revealed during an interview with Deadline that there are conversations with Johnny Depp for him to return for Pirates of the Caribbean 6, and that they're writing the script around Cpatain Jack Sparrow.
Pirates of the Caribbean 6. What's going on there? We had Johnny Depp show up as Ebenezer, make a splash at Comic-Con. People were super excited. So what can you say about Pirates of the Caribbean 6? Are you talking to Johnny about coming back as Captain Jack? What's going on?
We're talking to Johnny. We're working on a screenplay, and hopefully we can get this done.
That is groundbreaking news. I don't know if Johnny Depp's going to accept it, because he did say during the trial that he would not accept the role unless he had millions of llamas and a public apology to return as Cpatain Jack Sparrow. But it's also a very loved character, not only for Johnny Depp, but he knows how much it means to all the fans. So is Johnny Depp going to come back as Cpatain Jack? I don't know. For me, I'm hoping so, because he is my favorite characters of all time, and I would love to see Johnny Depp reprise the role of Cpatain Jack Sparrow, because no one else can do the movie justice. And personally, I would not watch any Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Johnny Depp. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment below if you're excited for Ebenezer and what your opinion is so far about the movie. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.